and Mel building Marram, our floating dream home. Hope you enjoy our look at our life of building a catamaran. Hey everyone, welcome back to the making of Marram. It feels amazing to be back. Kel and I are so excited to start this brand new year with all of you. Whether you've been here since the beginning or just joining us, thank you for being a part of our journey in building Marram and getting her to the water. Let's make this year one to remember. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. And as always, feel free to drop a comment below to say hi or share what you'd love to see in future videos. Here's to an exciting year ahead. Let's get started. In this episode, we are glassing up the Daggerboards and fairing them up ready for final sanding and paint. Cal's hand is still not fully recovered, so a very frustrated boy, and no heavy lifting or climbing up the scaffold at the moment, so sanding off the hole is still on hold. For the daggers, first we filled up some of the voids on the foam with fairing compound, just to make sure there are no spots to trap air in the glass. We then sanded them up and made sure the shape was right according to the guide jig. Easy to come off, isn't it?
For another set of horses, you can put this out there, turn it up the other way and then it's going off. I'll get these ones here. No, because you're just going to have to put them back there. Eventually you're going to have to put them back there.
Oh, okay. Have you got through there?
Yeah. Cut it. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to go all the way.
Without moving your legs? Well, that ain't gonna work. You idiot. You put the lid on your texture before it shits itself. We've got one more of this to cut out, then we'll go and have lunch, eh? What do you reckon?
Okay then. I know you wanted to go for your pizza.
Well, I've got to get in there before the boys eat the pork.
No, it's going to just go like that, keep going until the end of it, it'll go flat down. See? Mm. And then
This is what happens when you sniff too much resin fumes, darling. Yeah, your brain starts to go. You want to start working that in? I'm just going to go get some to stop this thing rocking around like that.
the layup on the boards, according to the designer, is 5 layers of 450 GSM uni. Then 1 layer of 650 GSM DB 90 by 90 degree. Then a final layer of 450 GSM DB 45 by 45 degree. We are using kinetics rather than West, as it is more suited for this type of glassing and gives us a much longer working time. The glass is cut out, then marked for each layer. We then put a light spread of kinetic down first before adding the first layer. Once each layer is soaked in with kinetics, we use a window squeegee to push excess resin out and making sure the glass is wet through. When one side is done, we then trim it up and turn it over to do the other side.
Pour the shit on. Right, baby. I'll pour the shit on. So we've started laying up our dagger boards, so glassing one side of the dagger boards. We're going to do it in 2 parts. So we'll laminate the first side, then we'll flip it over, do the other side, then wrap the ends in tape. So for this side, or for both sides, it has 5 layers of 450 uni on it. The first layer is full length, and you can see right down to here it's full length, and then it comes back at 80mm sections. So that's our sacrificial part of the board. And then it has another 2 layers of double bias over it, so it's got a 450 and a 650 over the top of those 5. So a total of 7 layers of glass on the boards, and then there will be, once it's finished on the nose, there will be a couple of layers of 450 wrapped around the front, just to give the front a little bit more strength. So that's where we're at the moment with the Daggerboards. So we've finally laminated both sides of our dagger board. As we said, we had the 7 layers of glass on each side, tapering down at our sacrificial end. This is a jig that we have that represents our Teflon guides that are already in the boat. So this is a jig that we cut out to make sure that our dagger board would actually fit. If we can, due to the design of how we've got the boat sitting here at the moment, we can deploy the dagger board, but it only goes down about that far, which obviously is not enough, so we've got to make sure it's right. So this jig is a guide to let us know if we're right. And what I can see at the moment is that I'm actually a little bit light on this end, so I'm going to have to build that up, which has got to have a couple of layers of glass over the nose anyway, so we'll see how it comes up after we've laminated two layers of glass over the front.
Once both sides are completed, we sand it all up. Next, we apply 3 layers to the bottom of the board, which are not wrapped around the edges. Then we add a layer over the front edge to tighten both sides. This is then trimmed up, sanded, and then we add 2 final layers to the bottom that wrapped around the edges. The boards are sanded up again. We then use a ferrous compound with some West 411 mixed in with kinetics for a finished sand. Stay tuned for the next episode as we put the finishing touches to the Daggerboards. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this insight to building a catamaran.